The cruiser motorcycle world is used to a predictable formula: big American 5 twins, classic styling, and a price tag that climbs higher every year. But suddenly, a new challenger storms onto the scene and completely disrupts that formula. Meet the 2026 Benda Chinchilla 500 BEC MK, a cruiser that looks like it belongs in a custom motorcycle show, yet arrives with a price and performance package that has riders everywhere doing a double take. At first glance, the Chinchilla 500 immediately grabs attention with its sleek, retro-modern styling, muscular stance, and bold design language that feels both classic and futuristic. The sculpted tank, low seat, and blacked-out mechanical components create a silhouette that looks far more expensive than most middleweight cruisers. Yet what truly shocks riders is that this motorcycle isn't coming from one of the traditional American or Japanese manufacturers. Instead, it's built by the rising Chinese brand Benda, a company that has quietly been shaking up the global cruiser market, with bold engineering and surprisingly competitive machines. And the Chinchilla 500 might just be their most disruptive creation yet. At the heart of the Benda Chinchilla 500 sits a powerful 475.6cc liquid-cooled V-twin engine, a configuration that immediately sets it apart from many mid-size cruisers that rely on parallel twin designs. This V-twin delivers roughly 47 horsepower and around 42 Nm of torque, creating a power band that feels smooth yet surprisingly energetic for a bike in this class. Unlike beginner-level cruisers that feel sluggish once you leave the city, the Chinchilla 500 is designed to deliver real highway capability. Twist the throttle, and the engine responds with a deep, confident surge that pushes the bike forward with satisfying torque. The 6-speed gearbox and belt final drive keep power delivery smooth and refined, giving riders the relaxed cruising feel that V-twin enthusiasts love. And while it may not chase superbike speeds, the Chinchilla is still capable of reaching around 150 km/h, more than enough to comfortably dominate highway miles. But the real surprise of this motorcycle isn't just the engine, it's how advanced the rest of the machine feels for a mid-size cruiser. The Chinchilla 500 comes equipped with features that many riders would normally expect only on much more expensive bikes. Dual-channel ABS braking and traction control come standard, giving riders extra confidence when riding on unpredictable roads or wet surfaces. The lighting system is fully LED, providing bright visibility at night while enhancing the modern aesthetic of the bike. Even the instrument cluster steps away from traditional cruiser simplicity with a digital display that provides ride data, speed information, and connectivity features. For riders who love technology but still want a classic cruiser vibe, this blend of modern electronics and retro design creates a surprisingly balanced riding experience. The chassis and suspension setup also play a huge role in the Chinchilla's personality. The bike uses 41mm upside-down front forks paired with twin rear shock absorbers, delivering a balance between cruiser comfort and road stability. Unlike some cruisers that prioritize looks over handling, the Chinchilla 500 feels planted and controlled, even when riding through winding roads. The suspension absorbs bumps and rough pavement effectively, making it comfortable enough for daily commuting while still capable of weekend highway rides. This combination of performance and practicality is exactly what many modern cruiser riders have been searching for. One of the most impressive aspects of the Chinchilla 500 is how accessible it feels to a wide range of riders. The motorcycle features a low seat height of around 705mm, making it approachable for shorter riders or those new to cruiser motorcycles. Despite its relatively compact dimensions, the bike still maintains a strong road presence thanks to its long wheelbase and wide tires. The riding position places the rider comfortably behind wide handlebars, allowing for a relaxed cruising posture that reduces fatigue during long rides. Whether navigating city streets or cruising down open highways, the Chinchilla manages to feel both manageable and confident. The wheel and tire setup also reinforces the bike's cruiser identity. With 150/80ths-16 front and 180/65ths-16 rear tires, the Chinchilla 500 delivers the wide tire stance that cruiser fans love. These large tires not only enhance the bike's visual presence, but also contribute to stability at higher speeds. The braking system includes a 320mm front disc and 260mm rear disc, providing solid stopping power that matches the bike's performance capabilities. This level of braking performance is crucial for a cruiser that weighs over 200 kilograms, ensuring riders maintain control even during aggressive braking situations. Another standout feature of the Chinchilla 500 is its fuel range and touring potential. The motorcycle carries a 16-liter fuel tank, which gives riders a respectable riding range between fuel stops. This makes the bike suitable not only for daily commuting, but also for longer weekend trips. Riders can spend hours on the road without constantly worrying about refueling, which is an essential quality for any cruiser designed for relaxed highway travel. The design philosophy behind the Chinchilla 500 is also worth examining. Benda clearly aimed to create a motorcycle that blends classic cruiser aesthetics with modern mechanical performance. The round LED headlight, sculpted tank, and low-slung bodywork give the bike a retro-inspired personality. Yet subtle details like the blacked-out engine components, digital instrumentation, and aggressive wheel design push the bike firmly into the modern era. The result is a motorcycle that looks equally at home, parked outside a cafe, or rolling down a highway at sunset. Perhaps the most shocking aspect of the Chinchilla 500 is its pricing strategy. When it launched in several markets, the bike entered the mid-size cruiser segment at a surprisingly competitive price point, roughly $5,211, which translates to a much lower cost than many competing 500cc cruisers. That aggressive pricing immediately sparked discussions among riders who suddenly realized they could access V-twin cruiser performance without paying premium brand prices. In a segment often dominated by higher-priced machines, the Chinchilla 500 suddenly makes the cruiser lifestyle far more accessible. The rise of Benda as a brand is also part of the story behind this motorcycle. While many riders were initially skeptical of newer manufacturers entering the cruiser market, Benda has quickly proven that it can build motorcycles with impressive engineering and distinctive style. The Chinchilla 500 is a perfect example of that philosophy. Take a traditional cruiser formula, add modern technology, refine the design, and deliver it at a competitive price. It's a strategy that has already attracted attention from riders who want something different from the usual lineup of cruisers. By the time you step back and look at the complete package, the 2026 Benda Chinchilla 500 BEC begins to make perfect sense. It combines the deep rumble of a V-twin engine, the relaxed ergonomics of a classic cruiser, and the modern technology that today's riders expect. It's stylish, accessible, and surprisingly capable for a mid-size machine. And perhaps most importantly, it proves that the cruiser motorcycle world is changing. New manufacturers are entering the scene with bold designs and competitive performance, forcing the entire industry to rethink what a mid-size cruiser should be. Whether you see it as a disruptor, a bargain powerhouse, or simply a fresh new face in the cruiser category, one thing is clear: the Chinchilla 500 is no longer just another motorcycle. It's a signal that the cruiser wars are entering a completely new era.